and I checked that with all of them. You quadratic. While I was waiting for you, he's still getting me.
You don't need a quadratic.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's a factorable. They think x squared minus 9x minus 2 is factorable.
I was looking
at
at
the one you're talking about?
wrong, and I was like,
It's negative 65.
Okay, so no, you don't have to do quadratic. None of the question you do quadratic. I see Olivia did quadratic.
Then just like and then you
Olivia, that's factorable. Use a box method.
yeah.
Hayden, I will make a phone call. But it's like,
my mom doesn't care. She won't punish him.
those white people. White people will be like, go to your room. See, that's where I think white people should be more like immigrants. We beat the shit about our kids.
You couldn't do
Infinite slap. See, white people don't understand.
Oh, I didn't have to go in.
Yeah, so this is the question. I got 55 over 16. I don't know if everybody got that. Did anybody got 55 over 16 for slope? This
Question is
this is question 1, 2B or 1B?
That's not even.
but yeah.
Huh?
That's what we had.
That's not what I saw. All right, so some people says, how do I go over this question? I mean, it's more algebra. I'm like trying to get you guys into better algebra situations because you guys gotta actually try this problem. I think so for a lot of you guys, I think about, so today we're gonna learn quotient rule. If you do this question on quotient rule, it's gonna take forever to do because you're gonna have to do quotient rule, product rule, quotient rule, and chain rule at the same time. It's so much more confusing. So if you do this question correctly, you should do algebra first. Just expand the top, and when you expand the top, you don't want to kill a puppy. It's not x squared plus 1. Is actually x squared plus 2x plus 1. And you split up to 3 individual terms. Miranda, pay attention because you get different number I do. So you split them up into each individual fractions because the bottom's 1 term, you can divide it out like this. Now this is 2 and this is 1/2. So if top subtract bottom using the exponent rule, so if you have x squared over x like this, that's equal to x2 over x to the 1/2. That's equal to x to the 3/2. So this is how I got x to the 3/2, and that's how I get the rest of them of different things. Now realize that you see, I still write down y. A lot of time people thought that's a derivative. It is not. On a test, people thought that's a derivative. It is not. So now you take a derivative. Do you see this line? The only calculus line is right here. Rest of them is our algebra. If you realize all the questions like this, calculus, take a derivative. 1 line, done. The rest of them is all algebra. So you have to have a better algebra skill than it is right now. So once I did that, I get to this point. Hopefully your derivative is right. I will plug in 4. Once I plug in 4, it's going to be 4 to the 1/2. The 2 is going to cancel out with 3. And the 4 to the negative 1/2 power is going to give you 1/2. And then it's 1/2 times 1/8. And if you simplify that all the way, you got 55 over 16. And you also need the original function to plug in this. And you get this. Okay, so this question I'll for sure put on the test. Like I said, I want to see you guys work through the tedious math and be able to be calm, take it through in the calculation, do it once and do it right. It's not like take multiple time, a lot of erase mark, a lot of things going on. You don't know how to do that if you do that.
Can you show how you would get the 1/8? Just because that was something that for me.
What is 1/8?
The how you get the 1/8 from.
Sure. 4 to the negative 3 over 2 is equal to 1 over 4 to the 3 over 2. Is that okay? Because the negative exponent. And that's equal to the square root of 4 to the third. I don't want to do the third power first. I do the root first, which is 2. And this 2 to the third is equal to 1 over 8. So I do root first before power. And this is the work I gone through. I want you to be able to work through this annoying part of it. In the future, my student or particularly is gonna stronger in like algebraic solving skills. I have one student right now. It's in UF, and he's in the honors program. Wait, is he? No, he's not. But he's in the Calc 2. He's in the Calc 2, and he's like, man, these people just don't know how to do algebra. He's really like, because I really want you to be able to prepare for Calc 2, Calc 3, differential equation, linear algebra, and even further. I cannot just let you stop at the Calc 2, because I want to build a foundation for you. You can accomplish anything. Most of my students that, let's say RJ Shock, they will send me a message, or Zach Winkeltucker will send me a message. I don't know, Damien, do you know Zach?
I know that.
Zach Winkeltucker? Winkeltucker? Huh? Winkeltucker, yeah. So, so they would tell me, say, oh yeah, I got, like, end of the final exam, they got 105. He said they are highest grade in the class. I want that to hear that. I don't want the people like tell me says, oh yeah, I barely passed Calc 2. Ideally, if even like people who fail my class, I think those a couple people fail my class, they were able to help other college students. So that's essentially I want you to be able to. But anyway, this is the answer. Answer is right here. Hopefully you got the same answer as me. Now you should check your answer on Desmos to make sure they're right. Always check your answer. Next question. Yes.
Checking your answer for the horizontal tangent, that's most like what are you supposed to look for?
You look at the where slope is equal to 0. Are they maximum or minimum? Like a parabola, on a peak of parabola, that's your horizontal tangent. Let's say on the trout and the peak, maximum and minimum of sine graph, those are your horizontal tangent. Any other questions? Yes.
When I was checking my answer for 67 and I looked at the graph, it didn't seem like it was tangent to the graph. It passed by 2 points.
Well,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, but let me see what you get for 67. Did you get 4
Yeah.
over 27?
Yeah.
Okay. So what it means tangent is only in that small region, because the problem with x cubed is like this.
Mhm.
So any part of tangent you might intersect 2 times, but at that small region, that is a tangent to the graph. You can only in that micro region of it. It's not a whole graph of itself. So that just say, I'm gonna type in the function. So you're gonna tell me which equation I should type in. So what is the equation? Y equal to
Y equals to kx cubed.
equal to kx cubed. Okay, kx cubed.
And then y equals x plus 1.
And y equal to x plus 1.
And k was 4 over 27.
This is 4 over 27. Okay. Do you see that we only care is this region? Because the tangent to here is nothing to do with out here. We are only look at that specific region. So if you look at here, this is what we care about, not what happened later. Okay. The work of this one is actually fairly easy. I don't have a lot of work. I don't know why some people take the whole page on 67. This is the work. I take a derivative. I set them equal to each other. I set them equal to each other. Some people try to solve for x. That's the problem. I solve k because I solve whatever is easier. So k equal to 1 over 3x squared. I plug in here. That's 1 over 3x squared times x cubed. The x squared, x cubed cancel out. I get this. And I go ahead and solve it. Then you're going to plug in. You're going to get 4 over 27. It's actually just the math part of it.
Yeah.
Questions? Any other question you go over?
You got this has this.
For 1A and 1B, do we just find the value of x for 1B?
What?
I mean, 57.
That's a 67.
No, 50. 57.
What's 57 for?
Yeah, because what's 1x times y is equal to x.
Oh,
Power.
y
So
equal
x squared. If you
Y equal to what?
x over power.
minus 2 x, take your respective power.
2x squared.
2x squared plus 3.
Plus 3.
It's plus 3. That's what you want.
You said
2b.
derivative equal to 0. And check on decimals. Those are the places you have peak and troughs.
You don't find the coordinates. I don't know. It's just
It's only me and X.
Mr. A, for one of them, for 65, I kind of like did it differently than most people did, but like I don't know if my answer is right because I got two answers when it was supposed to be only one. Well,
It
then
could have two, depends on the question. What is the question?
it was like I don't know, but the way I did it, I got x equals to 0 and x equals to 2, and x equals to 2 was the answer. But I don't know why I got x equals to 1.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it on the side, but I'm gonna start with today's stuff, and when I assign you stuff, I'll do it on the side. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so what is product rule? Where's Samuel? What? Emily was there.
Ethan did, but he's been.
Oh, he left. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, he left. He dropped. Okay. All right. All right. Product rule says h of x equal to f of x times g of x if the h of x equal to f of x times g of x. So what we could do is we can call this the right. We're gonna call this the left function. So this is style. This is the left function. And this the right function. So the way I will tell you that is gonna be right d left plus left d right. Now, fortunately, in this case, it doesn't matter which order is it.
Can you read what you wrote?
Come on, Olivia, you had me for 2 years.
Does that say G of K?
That's it, right to left.
No, on the left side.
G of x.
G of X.
Which may come on, Gabe. It's not even that.
No, I didn't know if it was G of X.
It has to be.
Okay, so if you cannot see, move to the front. If you cannot see, okay, so left right function. So let's assume that we have a left function, we have a right function, and there's a multiply to each other. So let's say if I want to take a derivative of two functions multiply each other, let's say there's f of x and g of x. You just focus on righty left plus lefty right. However, doesn't matter the order. It doesn't really matter in this case. Quotient rule matter, but right now it doesn't matter. So long as you take a derivative on one of them, leave the other way alone. Plus the derivative of another one, leave the first one alone, and there you go. There's your product rule. So what I'm trying to say is, what if you have a h of x is equal to 1 minus 2x squared, and this one is 6x to the third minus 2x, something like this. I say, hey, I want to take a derivative of this function. Now, this function is composed of two functions multiply each other. Now, you're going to be like, Mr. Yeah, I don't really need a product rule. I can just distribute it and I just take a derivative of it. I should get a very good answer. But for the purpose today that we need you to learn product rule, it mattered that we did product rule today. So right now we're going to practice on the product rule. We can show you they're the same answer, but that's okay. So how do I do the product rule here? So this product rule is h prime of x. If I take a derivative of left, it's going to be f prime of x times g of x. And if I do plus, it's f of x times g prime of x. That's basically what happened. So this is the product rule. But I actually remember this because righty left plus lefty right is fairly easy. It's a plus sign, not minus sign. Now I'm going to take a derivative of this. Now realize that this is just the f of x. Right, this is the f of x. And this is the g of x. So that means I'm going to take a derivative of the first one. What's derivative of the first one? Negative 4x. Good job. Who says that? Andy. Good job. And then 6x to the third minus 2x. Is that okay? I leave the second one alone. I'm going to add. Now I'm going to leave the first one alone. And just focus on taking derivative of the second one. So it's going to be, what's derivative of 6x cubed? There we go. So this is actually your product rule right here. Sorry, this is green. And this is red. Okay. Does that make sense? Now I can go ahead and simplify if I wanted to. So it's going to be h prime of x is equal to h prime of x. That's going to give you negative 24 x to the 4 plus ax squared, and then plus 18x squared minus 2 plus 36x to the 4th plus 4x squared. So with this combined, it's going to be 12x to the 4th. All the x squared combined is, I believe, is 30x squared.
Isn't it negative?
Yeah, negative 30.
It's negative?
That's fine.
Yeah, it is. It is negative. Sorry. It's negative. 18x squared minus 2 negative 36x to the 4th plus 4x squared. Thank you. Is equal to negative what?
60 x to the 4.
60 to the x4 plus 30x squared minus 2. That's a h prime of x. Now, if you take it, if you FOIL this, right? Let's just say if today I say, hey, let's FOIL this. Now, the goal is now we're not trying to do FOIL and using power rule. Is today we just focus on product rule. So let's just say if we FOIL, it's going to be 6x cubed minus 2x. Well, no, it's not minus 2x, right? Minus 12x to the 5th and plus 4x cubed. So the h of x is equal to negative 12x to the 5th plus 10x to the 3rd minus 2x. If I take a derivative of this, I'm going to get negative 60x to the 4th plus 30x minus 2. It's actually the same answer. You can say, well, this is way easier. But I'm going to say product.
It'd be 30x squared.
Yeah, like the product rule is something you need to practice today. So that's a practice one.
Yeah, got it. Hold on.
Okay, I want you to take a derivative of this using product rule, not the power rule. Yes, Samuel.
I was gonna say, is there any situation where we like need to do product rule over our rule, or is it just kind of up to like the reference of which you
Yeah.
You can always use any rule you want, but however, this case is actually better to do power rule, but we're gonna give you a future situation that you have to use product rule, which is gonna happen like 2 minutes later. It's gonna you have to use the product rule. There's no other way to distribute it. There's no other way to do anything to it. Okay. Is everybody finished or no?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start first, but you can just keep on going.
You know, why? It's so we can go from x. This is x first. So 4 times x plus 4 times x. So you got negative 45 plus 4.
Is that what you guys get?
Yeah.
Now immediately we're gonna say, hey. Some people say, why are we learning product rule? It's so insignificant because I can always distribute and multiply it. Now we're gonna show you that there's some function you cannot distribute. First of all, I didn't realize a lot of people do this, but the x squared cannot distribute to inside the sine of x. This is a argument. That means not touchable. You cannot touch inside the x. You cannot distribute the x squared into the x. You just cannot. Another thing is, did you see there's another two invisible parentheses here? There's invisible parentheses here. Do you see it? What do you see, Lee? Yeah, where's the invisible parentheses? Lee?
Read the sign at the start of the sign at the end.
Okay, that's one. There's another one. Fabian?
Between the X and the square.
No, not between the x and yes, Max.
It's just
It's around the x squared.
Yeah, it's around the x squared.
Yeah.
So now you see there are two functions that next to each other. Now that x squared cannot distribute to inside. The sine is connected to the x. They cannot be separated apart. So now it's two purple function that is gonna be using product rule. So now you guys gonna take the product rule of this and try it. And there's probably nothing you can simplify after you take a product rule.
Yes.
it's remember it's right, left.
Okay, I'm gonna take a derivative now. I'm gonna take a derivative of x squared is 2x, right? Sine of
2x times sine.
plus x, you cannot touch inside,
No.
plus x squared times cosine of x. And that's it. Done.
That's it.
You cannot distribute. No, don't think about distribution. That's it. That's the final answer here.
Because you can't distribute an x into the.
I'm gonna give you another one that's a little bit more difficult. There's a two rule involved. One's a product rule, one's constant multiple rule. Does everybody understand the previous one?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is gonna be slightly harder. 2x cosine of x minus 2 sine of x, because there's two rule happen here. Actually, there's technically three rule. There's sum and difference, and then there is a constant multiple, and there's a product rule.
Does it matter what you do first? Or is it?
It matter you do which rule at where. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true, yeah. Oh, you factor it.
No, you don't want to factor out two. Okay, so there's a constant rule. So what is constant rule? Remember, the constant rule is d to the dx of c of f of x is equal to c of d to the x of f of x, which is c times f prime of x, right? That's a constant multiple rule. You can take a c outside and just take a derivative of f of x. In this case, it's that way. So h prime of x, now obviously there's a two parentheses each other. It's in that. There is a argument parentheses right here that's gonna be connected, cosine parentheses x, they are function by itself. So therefore, it's going to take a derivative of 2x, which is 2. Is that okay? And then left the cosine of x plus 2x times the negative sine of x. There's a product rule. Lefty, right, righty, left. Minus 2. Now, I'm going to just focus on take derivative of sine of x, which is cosine of x. And that's it.
Wait, what did I do?
That's the way they do it nowadays. I just don't understand the person. Okay. How to take it. How can you like from you take a derivative of the whole function. Yeah, right. So what's the derivative of sine? Derivative of sine is negative. Negative. Sorry. No. Here.
Yes, Miranda.
Yeah. So front minus
I did take a derivative of 2 sine of x. It's just 2 cosine of x.
like whatever the second x.
Yes,
Cosine x.
I did. It's a product rule. So I take a derivative of 2x first, which is 2, and leave the cosine of x alone, and then leave the 2x alone and take a derivative of the cosine of x, which is negative sine of x.
Find the derivative of that. Of the right part of it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's right from the-
How much time I have?
Like 10 minutes?
Yes.
Just negative. If you sign that stuff, you just get zero.
What?
Yeah. That's you try and derivative, that's how you sign. So it's like
2 sine of x. Hold on. That's not 0 because you take a derivative. This is not product. This is like same thing as take a derivative of 2x. Take a derivative of x is 1, and this times 2. So when you take a derivative of this and this, so you just basically just focus on this. It's basically like this rule here. It's called constant multiple rule. You can put the c in the front, the 2 in the front, and just focus on take a derivative of sine of x, which is cosine of x. It's not 0.
you multiply the negative.
You can do product rule, but it's going to be annoying because if you do product rule here, essentially if you take a derivative of 2, it's 0 and leave the sine of x alone. But you can leave this 2 alone and have to take a derivative of the sine of x versus cosine of x. Regardless, it's going to be the same thing because you're going to get one of them is going to go 0 and you're still left with the 2 cosine of x.
0 times whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So somebody does a question in the back. Yes, Lee.
I got it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can do another one right now.
Okay. We're going to go to the next rule.
Go through.
Yes. So quotient rule is this. I personally not a big fan of quotient rule because I see a lot of situations you can avoid quotient rule, including the yesterday's homework. But there we go. There's a quotient rule. F of x over g of x. And the way I'm going to name this function is the high function, and this is the low function. Is that okay? Now, the acronym is like this. The acronym is going to be low d high minus high d low over low low. How do you know?
As you
He said yesterday.
I said yesterday? Oh, yeah. I don't know how you memorize that. Okay, so the low low is just, low square. Don't forget low low. Don't forget low low because a lot of time people just forget the bottom part altogether. But you cannot do that. You have to make sure the low low is there. Guys, guys, let me talk. If you don't remember, every time I see quotient rule, I think about sad face. So sad face, the way I start with low, like your eyebrow, like going to high, like this, like low, D high, minus. You start with high, D low, like a sad face, right? So you know which order is. Start from low, go to the high. D is a slash, so low slash high, right? So low D high minus high D low.
Mr. Yeah, this makes sense.
Huh?
You're like sad face. This makes
Okay, this is a low, right? You start at a low. This is D, right? This is a high, right?
yeah.
This is a high, right?
Yeah.
This is a D. This is low.
Yeah.
So it's a sad face. Okay, maybe just not smart enough. It's okay.
You're not like.
Okay, then just memorize the acronym. Low D high minus high D low. You just cannot do it reverse. Okay, so if I take a derivative here, I'm gonna just do it generically. So it'll be low, which is g of x. D high is gonna be f prime of x minus high g prime of x over g of x squared. So low D high, high D low, over low low. Don't forget low low. I don't know how many times to say that. All right, so we're gonna ask you to take a derivative of this function. F of x, or I'm gonna say h of x, is equal to 5x minus 2 over x squared plus 1. So I want you to take a derivative of this function, simplify it, do not expand the bottom. If something squared, just leave it something squared on the bottom. Let's say bottom's x plus 1 squared, then just leave it x plus 1 squared. Do not say x plus 1 times the x plus 1 and expand it. It's not necessary to expand it. Always leave your function in a factor form, and then that's the way best to do it. Good job, Kaden. What? You can simplify the top, yes. You don't foil the top because it's not foiling.
Okay. You did wrong. Right. So, why this one be low? Five times zero. So it's 5 times x. I did that. You did, yeah, you did second. I just was not negative. Are you wrong? What? Yeah. So you did like you did high minus I know. So low times the derivative of x right now. X. What are you talking about?
Negative 2 times 2.
Still. You got even
Huh?
you got
I gotta print out.
Yeah.
Alright, so your answer should be negative 5x squared plus 4x plus 5 over x squared plus 1 squared. Do you get that?
Yeah.
So low, D high. It has to be correct order, Kaden. Low, D high. Minus high, D, D low, over low low. Sorry, low low. So that's gonna be 5x squared plus 5 minus 10x
You can like distribute it up.
plus 4x. Wait, plus hold on a second. 10x squared. Well, 5x from low, D high, high,
Left, D right,
D low.
left.
So negative 10x.
Left, left. Yeah, right, D left. They flip. Yeah, right. Left, D right. Right, low, flip, start, right, you going on. I got turned on my camera. Can you tell me what
Guys, that's like too funny. Like,
Yeah, yes, I agree. Let's do it. We're all thinking about it. We're gonna look at it. Really? That's fine. Do you have the first line of the song?
next month?
Yeah.
Bro, it's so dumb. I can't do that. Right on Friday.
I'll be saying that out loud. You want to get that part?
I was trying
Yeah. Oh my god. It's like my weakness. Because whenever there's like any trick questions, that's the one I always get wrong. Yeah, when you're I don't know.
It's like a pepper.
Bro, this thing is so old. It literally has music on it.
Have a euro.
That doesn't make it all.
Right. But then did it spoil pressure?
Yeah, Mark, get it. These are interesting. Oh, no, like, the teacher's like, oh, saving people talk about sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening. It's like, no, not one freaking. No, Andy from his hat.
That's Andy.
Oh, that's something. One second. How was that? Play overall good.
Yeah.
How to cook today?
Yeah, I'm kind of scared.
Are you gonna win?
I hope so.
I want to be.
Bro, I don't think they even get back then. I don't think you could live with that, bro. Probably like that. Dude, 1 minute remaining until class. Sorry, study preventing.
It's Mr. Yang.
I have no idea why. What the fuck you think? Alright, let's go. Alright, I'll only take a swim here. Thank you. What's that? Bro, why is this best go missing every single day I get?
I said it. That it's okay. If you guys sign it off on the podcast,
I don't know.
yeah, you don't when I'm not like dying of everything. I don't know if I'm gonna so my past or
It doesn't work.
but if they start that way they go.
That's part of the star, bro.
Is it really? Maybe I won't. I'll just do all my. I have so much. I have so much gum. It's like in my. Thank you.
All right. The last question you don't have to do this for fun.
Like you always say that. Like that.
It's actually credit, and if we do it right,
If you do it right,
can it be 100 points?
no,
No. No.
just for fun. So no, you don't have to do them. What happened to your hand? You broke your hand?
Me?
Yes.
You say these.
I thought it said you broke your hand.
Are we serious? We 080 something.
I'm 80s.
No, we are not. We're 70s.
Oh,
Zero on the test.
Yeah, you can solve it.
well, you know what? The other day, you know how those people outside they stop me. They say, "Where you going?"
I thought you were a student.
We don't have to do that.
I think they were just being nice.
Katie, where's your boy at? Where's your boy at?
He's probably sleeping.
Boy, Ethan. Well, he asked me for recommendation letter, so that's I'm gonna write on recommendations. Just never show up on the test day. Never show up on the test day.
Question.